Hi guys, welcome to Python tutorial series. In the previous video, we started discussing while loop in Python. We understood Python repeatedly executes the statements under the while loop as long as the given conditional expression evaluates to true. Syntax is while conditional expression colon statements to be executed repeatedly. We understood how to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 using the while loop, right? You can see I go to Python shell and Python ideally. I want to display 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 using the while loop. So I simply say here counter equal to 1. As we want to start with 1, simply say here 1. Then while counter is less than 6, up to 5 we want. So less than 6. As long as counter value is less than 6, it should print the counter value. And then after printing the counter value, it should increment the counter value by 1 because it should increment, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? If I save this and say run module, you see we are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we need 1 to 10, then simply we'll say here less than 11. I save it and say run module. You can see we are getting 1 to 10. I also told you that when you don't know exactly how many times this set of statements to be executed, use while loop. When you know exactly how many times the set of statements to be executed, then you use for loop. When you don't know exactly how many times this set of statements to be executed, then you use the while loop, guys. One of the best example to understand when to use while loop is find sum of digits in a given integer number in Python. See, we ask user to enter an integer number. User is going to enter an integer number that might contain single digit, 2 digits, 3 digits, 4 digits. We don't know, right? Here we have to find sum of digits in the given integer number. Like for example, 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 1 is 6. We should display 6. Understanding? User enters an integer number, we have to display sum of digits in that integer number. Here we don't know how many times set of statements to be executed. The best solution is to use while loop, guys. Use while loop. So in this video we understand how to find sum of digits in a given integer number. So let's get started. Again I come back to the Python shell and the Python ideally here. Okay, first I am going to create one variable called as num equal to, we ask user to enter the input. What we ask enter an integer number. We ask user to enter a integer number. User enters an integer number. Assume user enters 123. Okay, this 123 integer number is actually of type string. This string we have to convert into integer. So what we do, we give this input function to int function. We give the input function to int function. So this string is converted to an integer number and stored in the num, guys. Understanding? I can display that. I say here print display the value in num. Okay, I delete this. Let me save it and say run module. See, it is asking enter an integer number. I give 123. This 123 is stored in the num and value of num is 123 now. If I hit enter, it displays 123. Great. Now what we want? We want sum of digits in this given integer number. How do we find that? We say while num is not equal to 0. As long as num is not equal to 0. Here num is 123. 123 is not equal to 0 is true. As it is true, what we do is we get the last digit in the number and store in a variable. I create one variable called as last digit. Initially it is going to have 0. And then here I say last digit should be equal to num mod 10. What is mod? Mod gives remainder of the division operation, right? It gives remainder of the division operation. Let me explain what happens here. See, num is 123, right? Okay, 123 divided by 10 is done. 10 into 12 is 120. 123 minus 120, remainder will be 3. So when you say 123 mod by 10, it does division operation, but it gives you remainder of the first division operation, that is 3. What is 3? 3 is the last digit. That 3 we are storing, guys. That last digit 3 we are storing in the last digit variable. Okay, so what we got here? See, number is 123. From this, when we say num mod 10, we get from the number last digit 3. So 3 is stored in the last digit. This 3 we add to sum variable. We create one more variable called as sum with a value 0. And here we say sum should be equal to current value of sum plus last digit. See, sum is 0, last digit is 3. 0 plus 3 is 3. 3 is stored in the sum, guys. 3 is stored in the sum. Next, what we do? Okay, we got the last digit 3 stored in the last digit variable. Remaining digits 12 we will store back in the num. How do we do that? We'll say here num is equal to num divided by 10. When you do num mod 10, you get last digit. When you do num divided by 10, you get remaining digits, guys. See what happens here? What happens here? 123 divided by 10, when you do, you will get 12.3 as a result. You will get 12.3, right? See, I go back here. We are saying here 123 divided by 10. See, division operator gives you the quotient part. Understanding? So 10 into 12 is 120. 123 minus 120, remainder is 3. But this is not a complete division operation, right? We'll put here point, we get one extra 0. 10 into 3 is 30. 30 minus 30 is 0, guys. So 12.3, that's what we get when we say 123 divided by 10. Understanding? So 12.3 we don't want to store in the num. We want to store only 12 in the num. So this division operation result we convert to integer. So what happens here? 0.3 is discarded. 12 is stored in the num. Great. After executing these statements, it goes back to the condition and checks whether num is not equal to 0. See, num is 12. 12 not equal to 0 is true. Now what happens? It again says last digit equal to num mod 10. Num is 12. 12 mod 10 gives you the last digit. 2 is stored here in the last digit, guys. 2 is stored. Why? Let me explain. See, this time we are saying 12 divided by 10. Okay, 10 into 1 is 10. 12 minus 10, remainder is 2. When you say 12 mod 10, you will get this remainder 2. That is the last digit. That we are storing in the last digit variable, guys. 2 we are storing in the last digit. Now we are seeing sum plus last digit. Sum is 3. Last digit is 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 is stored in the sum. Understanding? Next, we are saying num divided by 10. 12 divided by 10, when you do, we'll get 1.2. Right? 1.2. Why? See here. When you say 12 divided by 10, you get the quotient. Right? 10 1 ja 10, remainder is 2. This is not the complete division operation. So we say point, we get one extra 0. 10 into 2 is 20. 20 minus 20 is 0. So 1.2 we get when we say 12 divided by 10. Right? 1.2. When we convert it to integer, we'll get only 1. 1 is stored in the num. So now the num is 1. 1 not equal to 0 is true. When you say 1 mod 10, you will get 1, guys. Sum is 5. Last digit is 1. 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 is stored in the sum. Next, num is 1. 1 divided by 10 is 0.1. When you convert it to integer, we'll have 0. 0 is stored in the num. It goes back. Num is now 0. 0 not equal to 0 is false. As it is false, loop is terminated. What we do here, we'll simply say print the value of sum, the final sum. You can see we have 6 here. Definitely we'll get 6 displayed here. Okay, I delete this, delete this, delete this. I save this and say run module. You see it is asking enter an integer number. I give 123. I hit enter. You see we got 6, guys. So very simple logic. As long as num is not equal to 0, get the last digit, add the last digit to the sum, store the remaining digits in the number. That's the logic, guys. Finally we get the sum. If I run it again, if I say 1 2 3 4, I hit enter, it displays 10. 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 plus 2 is 9, 9 plus 1 is 10. So we have successfully created the program or written the program to find sum of digits in a given integer number using the while loop, guys. I hope you guys have clearly understood. I suggest you people to try this yourself. If you still have any doubt, feel free to put them in the comment section. I'll be happy to clear, guys. In the upcoming video tutorials, we discuss more about Python in depth, step by step. For more benefits and be up to date, do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Keep learning, keep coding, keep sharing. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. See you in the next tutorial.